Hey, Papa, how are you?
Well, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. I had a pretty good day. How about you?
Well, it was a day. Let's just say it was a day. It could have probably went a little bit better, but it was a day.
Well, we're
But with
still
the
breathing.
Lord's help, it's going to get better.
That's right. Well, I've heard stories all growing up about your time in Vietnam, and you've shown me all these cool pictures, and I feel like everybody else should know too.
Oh yeah. But it would be real good like that there for the everybody to know that had uh, their children in Vietnam and their daddy or uncle or grandpa
Yep.
now that had to go to Vietnam like that this they would be able to know basically what they was going through. A lot of people was over there, and it wasn't no easy life, and a lot of people can't talk about it. And I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to bring it back, but I, for it's sort of like it haunts you like that for all these years, ever since 1967, 68. Like it, there's not a day that goes by that I haven't thought about or been able to in my mind I actually can just it feels like and it looks like me in my mind that I'm still over there and I can remember every detail. It never goes away. It's just like a bad dream. It won't go away from me. And maybe by me sharing some of these stories like that, I can just put it on the back burner and say, just let it go.
Well, I understand that you've also wrote a book.
I have. I've started it. It's been a long, long time. I've started about 20 years ago writing the book, and then when I thought that I was through it writing the book, and then when I was writing the last thing down, getting ready to close it, uh, the Lord, I heard the Lord just speak softly. This is half of it, and because he was talking about because back then the book is still being everything's still going on. The title of my book is The Battle Fighter. God fought some battles back in, but today we all have battles. We still have and the battles that we are going through, the battles that you're going through, the people out there that's going through, uh, is even more so worse than what it was back then.
Yeah.
Because with the enemy today, the enemy is he's on every one of us. He attacks us from the time I go to bed to the time I get up. He tries to shoot us down. But I can tell you one thing: I know who the great battle fighter is. And he fought all my battles back then. He's been fighting them now for me for well ever since I was born. He's been fighting battles for me for 81 years. Be 82 in August, so it won't be long. It'll be 82.
82, and he still acts like he's 50 years old, y'all.
But like I say, I remembered what happened back in 1967, 68, just like it happened last week.
How old were you when you went in Vietnam?
I was about 22 years old.
22. And were you
But
married?
I was married, but the bad part, like that, my wife was, she was like 6 months pregnant when I left, so I didn't get to see my boy until he was 9 months old.
I couldn't
I
imagine.
mean, that was sad when I come back. I remember when my wife met me at the airport, like at there, she was, and she was carrying the baby, but she had handed it to one of my relatives like that and ran, and gave me a hug like that, and she sort of forgot about the baby. But on the way home, the baby was his name's Jonathan. He's sitting on my lap, and I was looking at it, and to me, I said, I'm thinking, who is this? And to him, looking up there, saying the same thing. Who is this man like that there? I mean, but it's real, real sad. I mean, I hope nobody ever would have to go about that. That was one of the precious moments like that. And my wife was in the hospital. She was back then in a room by herself, and she didn't have anybody to go with her. She was by herself, and here I was, been over there getting shot at, and dodging mortars and rockets, sometimes 2 or 3 times a night like that. And I couldn't think about it. I couldn't. I should have had my mind more about what's going on. But when you're running and dodging bullets and rockets and mortars all the night like that, there, you just don't think. You can't think. I mean, it just blows your mind.
Yeah.
It's hurtful.
Well, we're gonna get more into everything, but we've got some more pictures to show. I'll show this one more time. Papa, what division did you serve in?
Yeah, but I was with the 2nd and 9th Artillery, the 4th Infantry Division, which the 4th Infantry, the 2nd and 9th was called the Mighty Ninth because we was the fighting was going on real heavy like that, and we had to. Sometimes we would had to move from one fire base to sometimes two or 3 times a month, sometimes more than that. Just wherever everything was going on at, but that's what we ended up. That's why we were called the Mighty Ninth because we were out there. But what's amazing like that there was 2 of in the 2nd 9th Artillery. There was 2 of us sergeants, and I went over as a PFC, but I worked myself up to an E5 sergeant, and my sergeant over me was an E6, and but there was a lot of work to do. Like I'd have to go to the ammo supply point, draw the ammunition, had to come back, and we'd break it out, and had to take the rounds and put fuses and break out to 105 projectiles and put fuses on them, and then put them back in the carton, and then put them in nets, and then we had a Chinook that would come out, and big old, we had two bladed helicopters would come out, and tremendously big, and come out and pick it up. But the bad part, the scary part, was like that. When I got we got the ammunition in a net stacked up about 3 foot, like that, and the cargo net is about like a 20 by 20 or bigger, and you would have to get up on top of it when the helicopters come over. It's got like 60 miles per wind, and you can't stand still, so you have to bend over and grab a hold of the straps and hold it till it gets up over top of you. And as soon as it gets over your head like that, there, you can move a little bit without going one way or flying one way or the other like that. And in the racket and the dust, you got dust like that, picking up sand stuff. It feels like you got thousands of BBs that hit you in the face like that there, and then you have to put your hand up over your eyes like that because you didn't have goggles and stuff like that there to keep from getting sand in your eyes. And then you just jump off of it, and then he takes off, and then you go running backwards, like going crazy, trying to run back, trying to hold yourself up. But and a couple times over, several times I've actually failed like that. But like I say, that was one of the and I'll get into this later and share it with you like that there. But one time I was hooking up, and I had 5 Viet Cong shooting at me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a scary moment like that. Now, we get into that later in the book like that. I'll explain why they were there, and and what was going on.
Well, if you guys want to hear about the more of the Mighty Ninth and a little bit more about Vietnam, follow our channel. You got anything else to say, Papa?
No, wishing everybody well.
Bye, y'all.